In Dicey research, each player is a different artificial intelligence attempting to complete their research first in order to prove their superiority despite their programmer's attempt at programming human-like qualities. Read randomness. From a gameplay perspective, this is represented by hidden allocation and dice chucking for area control. To begin, each player chooses a color and collects all of the matching components to set up their play area. In the middle of the table, there should be one more server than the number of players, and the research track with each player's cube at the top. The first step of each turn is the allocation of ready dice behind a firewall. Players can put as many dice on as many different servers as they would like. They also have the option to allocate a die to take an upgrade action, which will be described later. Behind their firewalls, players can freely ignore the values on their dice. During Step 2, players lower their firewalls and commence bidding for servers. For each server, players will roll all of their allocated dice, and the highest combined total takes control. When this happens, the player places one of their allocated dice on the server and collects one data point. This process is then repeated for each other server in play. On subsequent turns, the controlling player will add the value of their server die to their roll in order to defend against other players. If they successfully defend a server, they add 1 to their server die, and then collect data equal to their server die's new value. On a later turn, if a different player beats the defending player, the current server die is replaced with one of the attacker's dice, and is installed at the same value of the previous die. When this happens, the new controller gains data from their own die and steals the data from the previous die as well. A final wrinkle to Step 2 is that once a die has been upgraded to 6, if the current controller defends the server on the following turn, it will crash down to a 1, producing a single point of data. However, if an attacking player takes control of the server, their die will be installed as a 6, meaning they'll get a total of 12 data points. Moving on to Step 3, all players roll their upgrade die, if applicable. Any players that roll equal to or less than the number above their rightmost unaccessed die move that die to their ready area. If the roll exceeds the displayed number, the player shifts all of their unaccessed dice one space to the right, making future upgrades easier. Finally, in Step 4, if any player has 64 or more points of data, their research is completed and they win the game. If more than one player has 64 or more points, the higher value is the winner. If more than one player is tied for the highest total, the tied players collect all of their unlocked dice and roll them. The highest combined total is the winner. Dicey Research was designed to be a fast-paced game that highlighted the excitement of dice chucking and the social challenge of bluffing and reading your opponents. For those interested in a deeper experience, on the backside of the player board is the advanced game. Nearly everything plays the same, but when you unlock dice with the upgrade action, the die you move to the ready area unlocks a new player power. This allows players to develop their game board to support their preferred playstyle, providing more replayability through more strategic options. Thank you for taking time to learn about Dicey Research. May all your RNG be lucky and your research fruitful.